When we left off, we were finishing up on the lead pipe, and that has been cleaned up a little bit. I'll have a little more work to do on it, but not a lot. So now we're going to switch our attention around to finishing out the tuning slot area. So we're going to take this other piece of tubing from the third valve slide and move it over to here. So I need to take this brace here and this brace in between here off, and then remove the two tubes, and then we'll clean up this one before we put it in place. So let's get the torch going. Alright, so we're going to give that a minute to cool. And when it does, we're going to clean all this off of it like we did the other pieces. So I'm going to pause you for a minute while this cools off. Alright, I put it on my little chuck attachment thing on my drill so I could spin it, make this a lot easier. Just like a little more shim in there. Alright, not a problem. Okay. Let's go after it again. Alright, a little more here. A little more there. That's pretty thick right there. Alright, let's see. I think on this spot right here, since it's so heavy, I want to work on that with the file just a tad in that one spot. That's thick. I have to show you my other little secret. Alright, let's see. I'm going to take the torch and heat that spot. And with the damp paper towel, I'll just wipe on it and it should come off. It's usually not that thick. Alright, so let's heat this up. And yes, I will hold it with the pliers. So here's the first one. Now, paper towel. Heat it some more. Wipe it off some more. There's another spot right there. If you're having trouble cleaning it up, this helps. Thins it out about as much as you can. I gotta let it cool off again. And I'll be back. Okay, it's cooled back off again. So let me clean that. Still the slightest amount right here. Alright, so I'm going to point out something that seems to be reoccurring, but I want you to understand I have a reason for doing what I'm doing. When I'm spinning this thing, it's having a little bit of an issue with the piece spinning on the chuck and not staying on there all the way. But I would rather fight that battle than risk bending this out around. So if you got the bright idea, hey, I'll just get a bigger chuck and grab the part itself, don't do that. Alright, there we go. Now, the reason I tell you that is because if you squeeze this out around with a chuck on a bigger drill, you're never going to get it round again. It's better to just let it float on something like this and deal with the little problems that come up from that and not bend it. Because if you do, then you're going to have to try to make a new one out of the parts that you have to work with, which maybe, maybe not. Alrighty, friction heat on it. Get that nice and cleaned up. Alright, so let's look at something here. One side of this has a slight bevel on it. Let's see if I can get this thing to focus. This end and this end is squared off, so you can see the difference right there. Squared off end is going to go against the tuning slide. Alright, so we're over on time, so I'm going to start a new video.